Hello, I'm filming this video to introduce myself and the type of content that I'll be producing. At certain points in the video, you may see me do this and come to this screen. It's so that I can pause the video if I get interrupted and pick it back up a few minutes later. So just ignore that. Just to be clear, I don't like cameras, which is why I do voiceovers. I'm also not very good at video creation, so I'm kind of new to all this. I'm getting a little bit better. But you can basically, my name is Logan Pendragon. I'm an author slash writer. You can check out my stuff on loganpendragon.com, and then I've also got links to all my socials on there as well, which I'm starting to grow. So basically, the purpose of me creating these social media accounts is so that I can start marketing my writing and my authoring. I have a lot of books. So I write novels, short stories, poetry, and various other forms of writing. I write fiction, science fiction, and fantasy, horror, and other forms of writing as well. I pretty much handle mostly creative writing, but I do have some nonfiction. I got a series of informational based books of various things. You can find all that stuff on my website or on my other socials. The purpose of my socials is to market my writing and all of my authoring. That's one thing. The second thing is to promote content about stuff that I'm interested in. So as you've seen on this channel already, there's going to be a lot of content related to gaming, which means gameplay videos. Eventually I want to set up live streaming so that I can stream from my different systems and then upload a full stream instead of breaking it down into hour intervals, which is what PlayStation allows you to do. But so that's the first thing, is promoting my writing. The second thing is gaming content, which are like the gaming videos, which you can find on most of my socials. There are also going to be conversations about games and industry news, like pretty much anything game related. The third thing is going to be about comics, anything comic related. I'm really big on comic books. So for my gaming background, I've been gaming since I was 5. So like 30, 40 years of gaming experience. I started on the Atari. I played every system that's ever been released. I've spent time on a lot of different game series, a lot of different systems. And then on comics, I've been reading comics for 3 decades. I've been reading comics, both older ones even from before I was born, Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Image. I know a lot about the comic industry. I know a lot about comics. So there's going to be a lot of topics of conversation related to comics as well. And then I also am going to tend to write a lot about the stuff that I'm writing about. Like right now, I have a lot of different skills over the years. Like I'm very good at psychology, the human mind, dream reading and interpretation, light and dark psychology, which I use to help teach other people how to defend themselves. So I know a lot of different things in a lot of different industries from experience and things that I've been interested in. So the goal here is I want to create content related to all the things that I'm into. So this is going to be a very multi-content channel with a lot of different topics that we cover. A lot of times I'll be producing content at the point in time related to stuff that I'm doing. So the gameplay content will be reflecting the games that I'm playing at the time. The content regarding my writing and the books a lot of times will be coinciding with the content you see. Like for example, right now I'm writing a book about dreams and about dream reading. So you might see a bunch of videos related to that while I'm writing the book. And I may revisit some of that in the past, but like that's typically how the content's going to go. It's like something like kind of like an outlet for me to promote the things that I'm interested in and hopefully eventually turn it into a stream of income, because I do feel like I know, I'm a couple of decades old, so I know a good bit of things that I've experienced in my life. So the goal of this again would be to promote my writing, to promote my anything game related, anything comic related, or anything else that I'm interested in. There's a lot of different stuff that I've got interest in, and all that is stuff you're going to see content about on this page. You can see I have green screens for comics. I have one for technology. I have one for everything in general. I have one for video games. I have one for writing. And then I have one for dreams, because I do talk a lot about dreams. I'm not good at graphics, so it's all AI generated stuff. But long story short, I plan on having a lot of conversations on all of my socials. I don't typically worry too much about video editing because I'm not good at it. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about and post it. You'll also find that there's not a lot of synchronicity between my socials. Like I don't really want to have like a coordinated thing where I post something on one social and then it hits all my other socials. So I tend to spend periods of time focusing on each social as I'm trying to grow them all, and it's actually something I'm doing as a passion for fun because of my writing. And if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, then I'll just have fun creating. But that's what you can expect for this channel. There's going to be a lot of random stuff. Keeping in mind that in the future, as I write about different topics, I may veer off into other topics as well, depending on what books I'm writing. But there'll be a lot of things that I want to create videos about, and I look forward to seeing how it goes. I just wanted to start off with like sharing what to expect here. And sometimes you might be surprised because, again, I know a lot about psychology. I know a lot about reading people, reading social constructs and patterns. So a lot of times there'll be a lot of content related to that. Maybe teaching you how to defend yourself against dark psychology. So it's going to be a smorgasbord of random stuff. The main topics will always be gaming, comics, and writing, but there'll be a lot of other stuff added to that over time. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to introduce myself. Feel free to go to my website if you want to see all of my other socials, and I'm going to be pushing them all as much as I can when I get time, and hopefully it eventually takes off. But the ultimate goal is to promote my writing, but I know that there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, so there'll be a lot of other stuff as well.